What is going on, everybody? It is General Storm here, and today I'm making another video of how to get good in Splatoon. So for episode 3, it's Splatzones, because in my opinion Splatzones is the best mode in the whole game. Like, it's better than Rainmaker, or Clan Blitz, or Turf War, or Tower Control. The reason I say that, or even say it wrong, but the reason I say that is because it helps you the most in the game, in my opinion. And I like it because it's fun. It's the most competitive. And the reason why I think that it helps you most is because it teaches you map control and like how you need to paint the middle of the map before moving on to like the enemy base or anything. And it also teaches you to like coordinate pushes and defend, basically, like as if you were defending a tower or defending for the Rainmaker or something like that while they're trying to get back. It's basically, while you're defending the zone, it's the opposite for the other modes, because you're defending it from like enemies attacking, and all the other modes you're defending it so then your team can attack them. Because if you're basically defending mid while your other teammate is popping the Rainmaker shield, grabs the Rainmaker, by the time that like he grabs the Rainmaker, the other team could like lose one or two people, and that gives you guys a perfect opportunity to push. And that's like how yesterday I said how like you can have two people in front, one or two behind the Rainmaker, and then map control first. But anyway, this is Splatzones. So the first thing you want to do in Splatzones is control the map with your paint. You don't want to go straight for the cap, because if you do that, what happens if the enemy team paints, sneaks up behind you, and starts shooting you? You have nowhere to go. You can't go behind it. Like, your only option is to jump out, if you can even do that. So that's why you want to get your map control, and then you can cap the zone. And then after capping the zone, you want to make sure your side of the base is safe. So basically, if you see any enemy ink, just go check out that side and be like, let me see, this seems pretty safe. Just to make sure that there's no one hiding and waiting to like sneak attack or anything like that. Or also, it makes a flank more obvious whenever you look on the map and you see paint being put on the ground in your base. It makes it more obvious than just seeing it just laying there, and it's like, oh, that's been laying there for like a minute, I don't have to worry about it. So that's why you want to make sure your side is safe. Next thing you want to do after you cap the zone, we're still on the offense here. After you cap the zone, you want to paint. So it doesn't matter where you paint, you just want to paint. Make sure the map is your color. Because before you do anything, if you can't paint, you can't do anything. Like how I said, the enemy could just sneak attack you if you don't have any paint anywhere. So maybe your teammates all rushed. Maybe I'll rush to the zone. Well, you're painting, so you're doing the right thing. So as long as you're painting your base, painting any like sneakies or anything like that, you're doing well. So then the next one is, after you paint, is you want to paint while pushing up into their base. You don't want to go too far to where you're like right in front of the shield barrier thing. Like, you don't want to go right in front of their spawn, but you still want to be in their base where you're basically locking them inside without spawn camping them. Because I know spawn camping is pretty good, but you don't have a shield to protect you whenever someone's shooting at you. So I would advise don't doing it. So you kind of want to like just be in their base, but not in their face, you know. And then I'd advise having one person, maybe like a charger, a splatling, or something like that. Something more long range. leave them on zone, because in case any stragglers get out from the 3 people in their base, then the Splatling can just take care of that one person. And then now, so let's say the enemy takes your zone. I'm guessing by then your teammates have either died or they're falling back. So one thing that I see, it happens a lot, is people try to take the zone by themselves. I do it. I'm guilty. Yes, I do it sometimes myself. I try to do that myself. And they'll just like run in there one by one, just one after the other, trying to get the zone. Like, they're at 99 points. I can't let them get any more. And then like, you get the enemy like, just 90 seconds and we'll have this finish. And then you don't want to like just run in one by one. You want to go together. Maybe have like 3 people going in on different sides of the zone, and then having one person, maybe the Splatling or whatever, the Charger, backing them up. Another thing is, if possible, use specials during this period, because specials are always going to help. Maybe you got 10 missiles. Well, that's going to disorganize the enemy team. Maybe even if you only lock onto one person, it might be a Charger or a Splatling or someone of like where they stay in their general area. Then that gives you the range, like the enemy's range is now lessened because of that, because they're trying to run around. Or maybe you use like Bubble Blower and Bomb Rush or something like that. That's an easy cap to any zone, unless if it's 2 zones, then it's going to be a little bit more difficult, but still. You want to use specials and retake the zone together. The 6th thing I want to talk about is staying alive, because if you die on zone, you not only just die, you blow up in your color ink, which for most zones will like neutralize the zone, and that's not good, because now that means there's a big puddle of ink on the zone that the enemy just made out of you. So you were once a squid, now you're just a puddle of enemy ink. And you don't want that, so you want to try to stay alive as possible. And of course, I know what I'm about to say. I was just talking about how you don't want to lose the zone, but even if you have to lose the zone in order to stay alive, unless it's like a last, like overtime or something like that, then you're gonna have to make risks and stuff like that. But your life is more important than the zone, because what if they take the zone and then immediately afterwards you kill 2 of them, and then your teammates are like, oh hey, there's one over here, he kills that guy. They have 1 person left on their team. That's an easy cap for you, unless they're able to like pull off a quad. That's gonna be an easy cap for your team. And you being dead, and if you swap places and you didn't run off, if you stayed on zone and you died on zone, they would have 1 capped that zone a lot easier. And 2, your team would be 1 less. Your team would have 1 less person, so you might have not gotten that double kill, or maybe you might have not protected your Splatling, and he, like, you could have saved one of your teammates' life. That happened to save your other 2 teammates, and then it's kind of like a chain reaction of saving each other. So there's like many different situations that could have possibilities that would happen. So staying alive is a great thing to know. Now, I know I already talked about this earlier, but you don't want to go in the zone alone. It's harder to do this in solo queue, but you don't want to push into their base alone. Now you can say like this way or whatever it is to me. I forgot. I don't have my switch on me. But you could say like this way, or the best thing is if they don't listen to you after 1 or 2 times, just stay on zone. If everyone's on zone, just stay on zone and defend from there. But if you're a team and you're not sure why you keep losing the zone, it's probably because you guys are staying on zone, and especially with competitive, you want to push up into their base. So remember, 3 in their base, 1 on zone. So, you you don't want to like you don't want to recap the zone right after, like, say you push them all the way back to their base and you you're like, oh hey, we can recap zone, and you you do that. You you don't want to recap zone right after you push them back, because they could still be all 4 players alive, and then right after you take the zone, they come up like, aha, we have our specials now, and then they kill you. So what you want to do is you want to neutralize zone, and then have 3 people go in, maybe all 4 go in and hunt 2 or 3 of them down, and after those 2 or 3 are dead, you can take the zone. Or if you have those 3 people, just 3, go in, and you can have the Splatling or Charger or whatever, you can have them recap the zone, because then you're already in a good position with your other 3 teammates. Lastly, I want to get... That was weird. Okay. Last thing I want to get to is abilities. There's a comment in my last video asking about what abilities should the Rainmaker use, which was a really good comment. I didn't think about talking about abilities, but that's what I'm going to be doing from now on for the next few episodes on the modes, is like what abilities everyone should be running. So for your frontliners, you'll have like 1 or 2 of them, maybe 3 depending on like your team comp. But some items that are helpful are comeback, because they are gonna die sometimes. So comeback will give you perks such as swim speed, run speed, and then efficiency perks, maybe special charge up too, I think. So you want comeback. I mean, you don't need it, but I use it sometimes, depending on the weapon. And then a lot of people use Ninja Squid, because then they can swim around without the enemy seeing them. And to go along with Ninja Squid, you want to use swim speed. If you're gonna use Ninja Squid, you have to use swim speed, or else you're gonna swim too slow. So swim speed, you don't have to use Ninja Squid with swim speed, but I think I have swim speed on almost every gear piece I have. Another one is run speed up, so then you run while shooting, and it's harder for you to get hit. And if you practice this way, it'll be easier for you to aim over time. Now this one is stealth. This next one's stealth jump. The reason why I put that on there, even though after the nerf, is you don't have to jump to the people in the enemy's base. You can jump to your backliner or whatever. Like, he's on the zone, and that's the major thing about stealth jump. You can either use splashdown on your stealth jump, and it'll, like, only the people nearby will see it, or the person, like, you could jump to your teammate on the zone, and the enemy won't see you jump there, because it shields your jumping marker from people who are far away. Another perk for the backliner is efficiency, so like Ink Saver main, Ink Saver sub, Ink Recovery up, and I think, yeah, those are the only ones, yeah. This next one is Special Charge Up, because the faster you get your special, the more times you can use it, so you won't have to worry about, like, I don't know if I should use it now or wait for more people to come here. So you can just use it then, get your special pretty quickly, and then use it again. The last one for frontliners, sorry. For the last perk for frontliners, I would like to point out is Bomb Defense Up. This is almost necessary for frontliners to wear, because they're going to be throwing a lot of bombs at you, so you might want to just kind of step back and if they're throwing bombs at you, most people are forced to run back the zone, heal up, but with Bomb Defense Up, you won't take too much damage from them. Onto the abilities for support weapons, like Splash Shot Pro, 96 Deco, or, well, 96 in general, Jet, Squelcher, more the long range shooters, maybe a mini Splatling? I don't know. But So for support people, you want efficiency perks. I said them before. You want swim speed up. You want special charge up and special power up because, like, for some weapons you don't need it, but special power up will increase the damage, whatever, of your special weapon. So it'll be a lot more useful. Then you want bomb. You still want to wear bomb defense up because someone might have like they might have shot an inkjet blast at you, and it might that one sub of bomb defense up could be the difference between you dying or not. So on to backliners. We have some abilities you want is efficiency, special charge up, special power up, because once again they're going to be in the back, so special charge up is going to be helpful because there's not going to be a lot of pain because they're not up front lines trading ink off with the enemy. So the faster they can get their specials. Special power ups are good for Stingray, so they have an extended time. Or maybe Ink Storm. I'm not sure if Ink Storm does anything. Like, I think it might just increase the range. It might also increase the damage, but I'm not sure. But you want special power up. You want special saver because if you die, you'll, like, if you're Nike especially, and you die with Stingray, it won't take you that long to get your Stingray back. You also want ink resistance because normally if you're a backliner, you're gonna not paint as well as all the other weapons, so you're gonna want ink resistance in case you run into that enemy and they start shooting at you, and that less amount of damage that ink you're standing on does to you might be the difference between you dying or not. You want bomb defense up because they might just start throwing burst bombs at you, and you could be like, haha, those 2 burst bombs don't hurt me that much because I have bomb defense. And this one you don't really need. None of them. Like, you can change up all of these, but these are just like what I would normally wear. But on this one specifically, I only use on chargers, and it's Respawn Punisher. The reason I only use it on chargers is because I can get easy kills with chargers, and then I don't have to worry about getting trapped and keep getting killed over and over again and losing special, taking more time to respawn. So yeah. Some notes I have for more abilities is quick super jump on frontliners is pretty effective because with the whole thing, thing about stealth jumping change where only people close up can see you and people far away can't. They also got rid of the super jump time, so quick super jump is still good on well, no, it's not still good. It's now good on stealth jump, so you can jump places faster. You can, if you think maybe that time it takes you to jump from one place to the other is the difference between the game, go ahead and put it on, because I can't tell you how many times quick super jump has saved me from like a game or my life or anything like that, because it's easy to jump out. You might want to consider putting it on backliners too, because in case 3 people start rushing you, you gotta jump out, and you might have your Stingray with you, so it's always good to jump out with Stingray, because you're safe, you can shoot anywhere. And last thing is sub power up on weapons with point sensors, because point sensors, I think they show the enemy, like the enemy's position for about 8 seconds. I'm not sure, somewhere around that time. But sub power up will increase it. You don't need like 6 mains of sub power up. You just need like maybe 3 subs, maybe a 1 main, maybe 2 main, maybe a main and 3 subs. I don't know. Just however much you think you need, and yeah. So anyway, if this episode on Splatzones has helped you, or it's giving you a new idea on things, then give a like down in the yeah, just hit that like button. And subscribe, because I will be doing more of these. And if you have a question, just tell me down in the comment section below. I'll be there to answer them. So I think that's about it for me. So I will see you guys in the next one. God bless.